shorty shorts.
Good morning. It is 6:46. Welcome
She's a
to Great Day.
Mine just looks like Gene Simmons' head.
It would. Okay, now who's on the other side of this picture? Oh, it's Jackie. I thought it was Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
We'll get the Sharpies out here
It's
next break.
cold gin time again.
Exactly.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
you can tell we're having too much fun already. It is Tuesday, which means it's Ron the Car Guy time.
Yes, he
And
can.
by popular demand, Ron is going to address something that is very important.
We're going to talk about headlights.
Seeing where in the heck you're going.
He's like, and then
One more time.
one more time.
Third week in a row. No, the response has been kind of overwhelming.
Tell him about the one dude that came
So
down from
apparently
up
I
north.
need to come in and get my headlights.
You really should. Yeah, we
Do I still have time to do that?
Well, to get the KCWI Great Day 23 special, which is $23 per headlight installed, I counted yesterday before I left work, and I've got enough left to do 30 cars.
Ooh.
That's it.
That's it. And when we'll still be able to get headlights after that, but
Not
it won't
that
be on
price.
that price, that deal.
So you're extending it until those 30 are gone.
Till they're gone.
Okay,
Yep.
tell me about
Nice.
the dude that came from up north.
We evidently, there's a viewer in Esterville, Iowa.
Which is a
Really?
great city.
Yeah,
Great city, yeah.
because we had a gentleman call from Esterville, and he drove down to get the KCWI Great Day headlight special on his car.
Wow.
That's a long.
Well,
That's where they make aero race wheels is up there. So
Yeah, I had no idea Jeff had the transmitter cranked up that high that
Oh,
we
yeah,
were
we
reaching that
kicked
far.
it up with a couple of notches.
We're
a big
everywhere.
deal.
Well, there's
We're
probably
everywhere.
some sort of atmospheric ducting going on or
Yeah, but
something.
people are making the journey down to see you to have these installed.
Correct.
I did both of my vehicles. Chick already has those on hers, so she didn't need them. But I put my two vehicles. They have them installed now. It is such a difference. And we showed a couple pictures last time.
We did.
To
And if you've still
explain.
got them, we could
If they
show them
can pull
again.
that up here. Now this is the regular, the regular beams as to what's going on. You can see the
Right.
light, the signs on the right hand side of the road. You kick them up and look at the difference. How far you can see. It's about
Yeah.
the same spot.
Another set
Yep.
of signs
Okay.
down there.
Yep.
Now this one here is the one that really sold me. This is the railroad crossing, and then from further back the next time by.
And this is what the stock headlights,
Right.
the factory
yeah.
ones.
Okay. This is. But then from further back, watch the difference, and then look at the ditches.
Oh, yeah.
With the amount of deer, look how far back we are now. We could still see the railroad crossing, but more importantly, look how wide the ditches. You could see the deer if they're in the sun in the out.
Lou, you need to clean your windshield.
And
Can
you're
I can
saying-
help with that?
Yeah.
You're saying you don't have people giving you the #1 sign if
No,
because
I'm
they're
not.
low enough?
Yeah, I'm not getting the #1 sign from people flashing at me or stuff. But the difference has just been phenomenal.
It's night and day.
It is. And they 6, 7, 8 years ago, one of the companies came out with an upgraded headlight for vehicles, and I tried them at that time, and there was a difference, but it wasn't anything like what we've got now. I mean,
Okay.
this is one of the coolest things I've seen. It's as simple as
And
changing
while
out
you're
the bulbs.
there too, have them look at your headlights and see if they're frosted over. Because if they're frosted over, you can address that at the same time.
Absolutely, we can restore the plastic lenses
it
on there.
clear.
Exactly.
So there you
So
have
you can do
there's
the headlights,
special.
you can get your winter tires on there now, and you might need to get your battery checked. I felt so bad I was leaving let's try this again. I was leaving the parking lot really early for work, and there was a lady who was turning that key, and that battery wasn't wanting to turn over.
We had from 10 a.m. That's when I got involved in the dispatch part of it. But from 10 a.m. yesterday morning till 5:30 p.m. when I left, we had 47 calls for dead batteries.
Wow.
That's just us.
Right.
All right, so the colder weather is here, and
It
now
is.
it's time to answer the long-ass question: do I or don't I let my car warm up before I take off?
And what do you do?
What do I? I let
Yeah.
for a little while, not for half an hour or anything, just for maybe 5 minutes.
It used to be critical that you let your car warm up before you drove it, especially back in the carburetor days. I mean, they ran kind of rough and they'd stall and stuff. But with the advances in electronics, the computers and the sensors on the cars, and then also the big thing is the advancements in the lubricants, the transmission fluids, the power steering fluids and stuff like that. There is absolutely no reason from the vehicle's standpoint to let that car warm up in the morning.
If it's in the garage, we start it and we go.
Exactly.
Okay.
Even if it's sitting outside.
Even if it's sitting outside, too?
If it's 20 degrees below zero and it's sitting outside and the car starts, put it in gear and go.
Oh, really? Okay.
Now, I thought when you went to Ron, the car guy, Ed, back in the day, that you watched a motor and it took about a half an hour before even the lubricants and the oils went through the engine. So you're saying that doesn't matter?
Correct. That was back in the day.
Oh, okay. So there's been some time since you went back.
Those were steam engines.
Well, here's the best way to put it. I mean, you look back, the oil that we used to put in cars, the rating was like 10W30, 10W40.
Right.
Today's oil that we put in is 0W20, 5W20, 5W30. The difference in those oils is the very first set of numbers with the W after it. That stands for winter. That's how that oil flows in the wintertime. So a 10W30 oil flowed like 10 weight oil. The 10W was winter. Well, now we've gone to 5W and 0W. So in the wintertime when it's cold, that oil flows twice as fast, if not faster, so we don't have the lubrication issues that we used to have on engines back when we used the other types of oil.
So that oil is like syrup.
It is.
In your house, not outside, obviously, but in your house, it'd pour like syrup.
It'd be the difference if you go by the Aunt Jemima regular and the Aunt Jemima light. Have you ever noticed how the light flows a lot quicker and stuff? It doesn't taste
in it, that's
exactly. We're using Aunt Jemima light in the cars now instead of the Aunt Jemima regular.
Okay. That makes
That's
sense.
the difference. So from the car standpoint, the car doesn't care. I mean, you can just fire it up and drive it. What you do want to make sure is if we've got snow or frost, I mean, the windows need to be cleared off. You've got to scrape them or let it run for a little bit so the defroster will kick over. And then more importantly, I mean, for me, I'm cold,
Right.
and I don't want to be driving around in a car that's cold and stuff because then I'm cold. So from a human standpoint, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, for personal preference, to let it run 5, maybe 10 minutes, depending on the outside temperature before you take off and go. But the car doesn't care.
Okay, now the car does care when it comes to the inflation of your tires. On the way here, halfway here today, my light came on the dash saying I have a low tire. It doesn't tell you which one, it just says one of your tires are low. And this is the time of year when that happens.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it isn't necessarily indicating that there's a leak. What it is the molecules of the air shrink when it gets cold.
More dense.
And all exactly. The weather guy would know that. Anyway, so then the pressure drops in that tire, and then the low tire light
And
comes on.
it was parked in the garage all night above a heated basement, and then you're on the roads driving here, so I'm guessing the temperature changed.
It changed in the tire.
Because it's not summertime. So.
Exactly. It actually probably cooled down because you went from a warm garage
to a cold
to
surface.
what was it, 10 degrees out this morning or 6 or whatever.
Okay. That it makes sense. Okay.
Exactly.
So I need to get air in the tire.
Or check the air pressure in the tire, or upgrade to nitrogen in the tires, because the nitrogen molecules, if you have a pure enough percentage of nitrogen in your tires, those molecules won't shrink. They don't care what the temperature is.
Okay.
So that's one of the reasons nitrogen inflation
I
came
think I would
out.
have known that, but no. No.
You probably put nitrogen in the race truck.
I do put
You probably have nitrogen. Oops.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
no,
that's
I don't.
right.
Okay.
So you're there for all of our needs as we head into very cold temperatures.
We are, and cars that maybe haven't been maintained the best were being towed in yesterday. I mean, we've got a lot of cars there to work on, but we still allow time in the schedule for emergencies. So if you have a need, let us know.
All right. Last time you can get the light deal going on, 30 sets light.
I got enough to do 30 cars.
30 cars left. You can do it for $23 per headlight. You need 2. It does include the install and takes about how long?
It depends on the vehicle, but 20 to 30 minutes
About half
on
hour.
average.
About half hour. Okay. So call ahead of time so you can schedule it and get it all taken care of.
Absolutely.
Tell everybody where you are located.
We're in Clive. We're just off of Swanson Boulevard, just east of Seven Flags Fitness Center. You can find us at westsideautopros.com, or you can go to askronthecarguy.com, where I'll answer your questions.
Thank you, sir. Nice jacket.
Thanks, Ron.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Fancy.
This is great, then.